What's up everybody, Delta Ghost here, and today we're diving into Arena's most insane format. That's right, we're playing Timeless. This is where the broken cards find their final resting place. It's Arena's equivalent to Vintage, and today I'm going to show and tell you the best combo deck. Let's break it down. Before we go any further into this video, I just want to address what is Timeless for those who may not know. On MTG Arena, there is a format where anything goes, and that format is called Timeless. All sets are legal, and there is no banned cards here. If a card is deemed a real problem, it is only limited to a single copy. At the current time of recording, only Demonic Tutor, Channel, and Tybalt's Trickery are restricted. We are playing in a format where Brainstorm, Mana Drain, and even Dark Ritual are all fair game. It is pure chaos, and that is why I love it. Today we'll be going over Omnishow and how to take full advantage of the powerful cards in this deck. Here's my current list that I'm running for Omnishow. It might look complicated, but it really isn't. Trust me. There's only 3 cards we really have to worry about when we're playing Omnishow. The rest is just card advantage, permission, and ways to stay alive. The first card we need to worry about in this deck is Show and Tell. Show and Tell is made to cheat big stuff into play for both players. Sometimes your opponent might have big stuff that they want into play also, but we're hoping what we're putting into play outmuscles whatever they're putting into play. There's some rock, paper, scissors elements to playing Show and Tell, but for the most part, this build beats our opponent no matter what they put into play. Omniscience is pretty much one of our best permanents in the deck. Sure, you can Show and Tell and put in Atraxa or Hullbreak Horror. Hullbreak Horror? I don't have the card in front of me while I'm recording right now. Whatever the blue Kraken looking thing is, we can put both of those into play. We can maybe even put a One Ring into play if we're really desperate, but normally you want Omniscience into play. Anything else is like we're falling behind against an aggro deck. I just need to put a body or a way to stay alive. But the whole deck is Show and Tell, I slam Omniscience, and then we figure out the rest from there. Approach of the Second Sun is our way of closing out the game. The game is pretty much already over if we resolve Omniscience. Like Show and Tell, Omniscience, a way to search up a card normally is GG. But sometimes we need to show our opponents, no, you're dead, and we have to go grab Approach of the Second Sun from our sideboard. There are cards in the deck that let you grab cards from the sideboard. And once we cast Approach of the Second Sun, we're then going to try and find it again in our deck, play it again, and shut the door on our opponent. That's all you need to know for this deck. Now, let's move on to some gameplay to show this deck in action. Okay, opening hand here. Looks pretty good from what I can see. Not only do we have the combo of Show and Tell and Omniscience, but we also have a Brainstorm to hide the combo or to draw us into more action. There's also Mastermind's Acquisition, which is going to be helpful once we actually do start popping off. Opponent here shows me that they're black mana, so I am concerned about Thoughtseize. Okay, so good thing turn 1 there's no Thoughtseize. Spell Pierce is good, that can also respond to Thoughtseize. So can the Brainstorm. Honestly, we're probably just gonna go land ship it. I'm just deciding Shockland or do we go fetch land? Because Shockland makes it obvious like I have responses. But I really want to keep these fetch lands to go alongside my Brainstorm. Another DRC, that is fine. And oh, okay, Thoughtseize. Oh, I meant to click the Spell Pierce. That's okay, we'll Brainstorm. We'll put the combo. It's okay to leave Mastermind Acquisition out in the open because there is one more Wishboard tutor in the deck. Let's see what they take. Opponent thinking, and they take the Spell Pierce. That's why Spell Pierce I feel like would have been an okay route to take against Thoughtseize. Like 1 for 1 like that seemed fine. I kind of 2 for 1 myself there. Hopefully opponent does not have another Thoughtseize. All right, they're just going beats, it looks like. Okay, please don't rip a Thoughtseize off of this. Yeah, that misclick is biting me in the butt. I could have easily just countered it, and then I would have had for sure protection up. Okay, we did it. Unless there's some random like mind break chap here, we're fine. Let's go get basics here. I mean, they can only lightning bolt me once, but still, I'm just gonna grab basics. No need to just throw it to some random nonsense. Anyway, show and tell. I know it resolves opponent. Thank you. We put in Omniscience. And, oh, hey, that's Shadow Deck. Now, do I go One Ring and then Mastermind Acquisition? I'm thinking yes. Yeah, it's fine. We'll gain 7 more life. And even if these 2 One Rings whiff, we still are stabilizing enough to make our way to the approach of the second sun. And yeah, there's Brainstorm. That's pretty good. Let's see. Ooh, Atraxa. That is game over, opponent. Let's go grab that approach of the second sun now. Opponent. Hopefully he knows. Yeah. They saw it. Okay. Opening hand here. Ooh. This is a tough one. I have a lot of the payoffs for show and tell, but not actually show and tell. Fatal Push could do something, but it could also be a dead card. My opponent doesn't have Luris. Born Upon the Wind lets me play around Static Prison. I have 2 lands. Yeah, we ball. I'm gonna try this. Hopefully I'm given enough time to use my Surveil lands to actually do stuff. Windswept Heath from the opponent. Oh, and the Sacred Foundry. Yeah, this is aggro. Ooh, okay. The good news is that Fatal Push does something. The bad news is that I don't have the time in the world to just use my Surveil lands to find what I need. But we are pretty favored in this matchup. Just, it's all about finding show and tell. Fatal Push this so we don't trigger the Ajani. I honestly think Ocelot Pride is more of a problem than Ajani. Oh, that's a good draw. I'm gonna have to take some damage here, go down to 14, but it's worth it, honestly. This card is just not fair. Why is it an arena, man? Why didn't I find my card? I'm hyping up one of the best tutors in arena next to Demonic Tutor. We'll just take the Demonic Tutor. We'll for sure find show and tell, and we will just go over the top of this opponent. Hopefully he doesn't have, like, I don't know, double lightning bolt. It's probably the only thing that gets me right here is just a bunch of burn spells in his hand. Opponent has 3 mana. They hit me for 3. And Flage, okay, they're hitting me for 3. They're not? I feel like that's not the right choice. Okay, they get a Planeswalker, sure. I mean, Planeswalker against me is good. I don't have many ways to interact with it, but like, I'm just gonna win. A little awkward, my black mana has to be used to cast Demonic Tutor, but I can't use Fatal Push. Like I said, if they have a bunch of burn in their hand, then I'm dead. Otherwise, I just get to win next turn. One Ring, I can still win through that, sir. I'm still confused why they Lightning Helix their own creature to flip a Johnny. Anyways, show and tell. And if you have Static Prison, I still win. No Static Prison. Okay. So let's go Hullbreaker Horror, and we basically have an engine online. Atraxa, Hullbreaker Horror, Bounce, sure, make it a point. Johnny. All right, fine. Omniscience is fine. It's another way to trigger Hullbreaker Horror in Hullbreaker Horror. There we go. Trigger, bounce back to hand. I just need to find anything that goes into my sideboard, and then it's game over. Bounce your token. Come on, baby. I mean, One Ring is all right. Dig Time is all right too. There we go. Mastermind's Acquisition. That is how we win. So bounce Atraxa. Opponent has had enough. Nice. Okay, let's see here. We are payoff heavy again, but there is a mana drain, which is a piece of protection that will let us ramp into show and tell. And there's also brainstorm, which can help us find show and tell. I feel good with this. Let's see here. We're gonna go yeah, Misty, because it could potentially find my green source and I can get that out of the way. Opponent, am I going against the same aggro deck? Hope not. Faithless Suiting. That's scary. They just went Gruul Turf Faithless Suiting. With probably a Shifting Woodlands deck. Huh. It could be a lot of things, honestly. Let's see what gets put in the graveyard. I like that I have Mana Drain here, but it's not going to protect me forever. Cityscape Lever. Oh, this is definitely a Shifting Woodland deck. And we're just going to hold up Mana Drain here, honestly. Or if they don't do anything, they're doing something crap. I was going to say we could do Brainstorm plus Fetch Land, but oh man. They have Delirium, so this kind of does everything they need it to do. Maybe they're stuck on one land. I'm going to take the chance and counter this, because this potentially punishes them if they kept a greedy hand. I don't think so, though. Unless, like, this deck can operate. No, it can't, because Shifting Woodland costs 4 mana. You need mana. Keeping a one lander on this would be kind of silly. Yep, there's the other land. Okay. The spell we were trying to stop. It's okay. It's okay. If I at all find show and tell right now, it's fine. I also have 1 extra mana, so I have the time to brainstorm here and find it. And I'm just built different, guys. What do I put back though? No. I think it's just these lands, honestly. I really need to think about it here. And yeah, it's the land. So we got the extra mana from Mana Drain, and we're gonna cast Show and Tell and just style on this guy. I'm pretty sure there's no hate against us. Hey. Okay, Hullbreaker Horror, go, get rid of him. But wait, isn't our ward like sack? Oh, that's okay. I don't need the lands. Yeah, this might bite me in the ass, but I'm doing it for style points. Bounce, yeah, Hullbreaker Horror back to my hand. Let's play the Hullbreaker Horror because it does stuff while it's in play. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have held on to Hullbreaker Horror, because if he somehow has a removal spell for it, I'm kind of just dead in the water right now. Sneak Attack. Oh, thank God there's not fast red mana. Another land? Come on, Arena. Oh, okay. One ring. Ooh, thank God. Okay. One ring. But yeah, bounce the Sneak Attack. Oh my goodness, no, I'm such an idiot. I could have infinite card draw if I had bounced my own One Ring and cycled my One Rings with Hullbreaker Horror. But I'm never punished and I just can find whatever I need off the top. Let's go. GG opponent. I totally punted that. Thank you. There are a lot of different versions of Omnishow out there. If you have any suggestions on how this deck could change, feel free to leave a comment down below. While you're there, make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button to keep up with future videos. If you like today's deck tech, make sure to head to the description as well. There you'll find a link to my Mox field and you'll find other timeless decks that you can try out as well. I'll see you guys later. Good luck in the arena.